Why, hello, everyone, and welcome to the official War Thunder New Power livestream. As you know, our patch has dropped finally last Tuesday, and we are going to be showing you some of the new content, some of the new graphics, some of the new stuff. My name is Mike Boom, and I'm joined by the lovely Tom. Now, Tom, what are we going to be doing today?
Well, we're going to be going through a couple of new things. Hopefully some of the sort of more lower tier stuff as a bit underappreciated, I think. And, well, at least for me personally, it's where I find the most enjoyment. So I think that's where we're going to start today with the new 110G4, the Night Fighter variant. A very nice boy, if I do say so.
Very nice boy indeed. We are going to be subverting some expectations today, I'll just say this. I mean, everybody wants to see the T90 and the Leopard 2A6 and the Harriers and the Yak 38. We're going to be sticking to some of the lower tier stuff and maybe we'll show some of the high tier stuff as well.
Perhaps.
I know one thing I really want to do with the AV8s, which is some hovercasts, which I've been doing on my personal account for the past week now. It's beautiful. But how about we go into a battle right now and about to read some chat. Hello, everyone. Okay, we Commanders SS2 on YouTube. Ah, yes, nothing better than listening to Nigel Carr. Hey, glad you liked the new soundtrack. So what you were hearing actually at the start is music that was on our dev server, and it is also now available in the game itself. If you have sound on in the hangar and in the game, in the actual battles, you will be able to hear some of the new music, which is actually not finished yet. I've been talking to our sound guy, and there is more coming. There is more coming, which may or may not also come to Spotify at some point once the soundtrack is fully finished. Really boy, what are you doing there, Tom?
Hello, I'm immediately going for the side because I'm a bad gamer.
See, I'm actually going to try and follow you this time because the one thing I know is that I don't know how to fly BF-110s.
See, it's been many a year since I have properly flown the 110s. I think the last time was probably when I was grinding the camos on the C5, C4? The first Tech Tree variant. So it's been a fairly long time, and I can't really remember exactly what they're good at. But I like them. They're very much indicative.
I do like one of them, though. I'd like the event C6.
C6,
110.
yes. I love
the
that one.
C6 is beautiful. It gets a 30mm MK101 cannon, which is similar to the MK103, that even gets the same belts with AP shells, which do a lot of penetration, but a very slow fire rate. Those I like. But this one is a bit different, isn't it? What's this one like, actually? What kind of specifications does this 110 have?
Well, I don't really know what a huge amount of differences are from the other G variant. I think the armament is largely the same, except this version doesn't get the 37mm in underneath the fuselage, which is really, really good for anti-tank. But this one does get the radar. It's sort of a Night Fighter variant. As you can see, the massive relay on the front there.
I wonder what the reception on that one is.
Very, very nice. Very good. I can respect that. A manful joke.
I'm liking that vapor trail you're actually leaving in there. Now, we are on Operation Uranus.
Good pronunciation.
And, oh, this is a rather big map. And I'm getting PTSD from flying over to Stalingrad, by the way. Now, we did have the Interceptors one, which is quite useful. But I'm not sure if we're going to be facing that many Soviet bombers at these lower tiers. That is one of the things you have to keep an eye out for. Yeah. This thing is a perfect bomber hunter. It gets Interceptor spawn, it has very good armaments, but you're going to be tending to face not that well armored stuff.
This is correct. Let's see what we've got. I mean, we're against the Allies right now. Well, Allies in loose terms, America, UK and Sweden. I don't know if they have many prevalent bombers around this tier. It's the Halifax, I suppose. But I don't know if really got
Tom, I'm sorry I'm giggling over here, but you remember the conversation I had before the stream started?
Which one? We had many before.
See, I know you guys on the stream really like Tom. I know he's adorable,
no,
no. And I just saw a comment on YouTube there. Is it me or does Oxy look like a real-life anime guy?
No, we don't need this now. No, it's...
See, I still need to convince Tom to actually wear a wig in one of these streams.
It's not going to occur.
Yes, it is absolutely going to occur. There's no escape.
My hair has too much volume for that. Because I mean, I don't mean noise, I mean sort of shape. Because we've put the hat on me before, and it was a disaster. I've never seen anything worse than trying to make me wear a hat, because it doesn't work. My hair is big enough to the extent where it already becomes a hat. And it's like, you know, doubling up.
See, funnily enough, we're actually the exact opposites. I have no hair on top and a massive, thick beard.
Yeah.
Tom is the exact opposite.
It looks like your facial hair should be inverted.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, if I gave you my beard, you would look like, I don't know, some kind of werewolf.
That would be a terrible thing to see.
And that would look like an egg. Like an actual egg.
Yeah, I suppose you would.
Terrible.
Yep.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Absolute disaster.
P. Padilla on YouTube asks, Mike, where's the Panzer IV? In our hearts.
Yep.
In our hearts. Always in our hearts. I wish we got more Panzer IV variants, but honestly, at this point, we have pretty much all the Panzer IV variants already in the game. Ruffle Waffle on Twitch asks, do the BV-248 wings bend? I don't actually know. I haven't flown them myself, but I'm pretty sure every single wing in the game bends right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know I've tried with the PE-8 in a test flight, and the wings on that thing did bend. So if the PE-8's wings bend, I wouldn't see why the BV-248's wings would not bend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. I would have thought
In fact, maybe you can actually show that in this stream as well. Now, can't really see too well, but you can see the wings angle a little bit, depending on if you're pulling down or up. And if you get to higher speeds, they also start shaking crazy. It's one of the nice little attention to detail upgrades of this patch, which is actually quite a nice visual indication, especially if you play top-tier jets. It's a nice visual indication. If your wings start shaking like crazy and you're redlining, probably not a bad idea to go off that afterburner before you wreck yourself, like I do often.
Quite so, old chum.
Also, Tom, I'm not liking heading towards the Spitfires, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to sort of take a detour to the Wellington.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
Poor Wellington.
Actually, I also see a B-18. Oh, those B-18s actually are pretty nasty.
Yeah, like, they're almost heavy fighters, really, functionally. They can maneuver really well, and the 13.2 in the back is lethal. I think it's crazy.
Those Swedish machine guns are really, really dangerous.
Okay.
Okay, so I see the two Spitfires in the back. They don't seem to be focusing on us right now.
Okay.
I see another Spitfire trying to intercept us going for the Wellington. So what we're actually going to do is, Tom, you attack the Wellington. I'm going to try and intercept that Spitfire.
Roger, Gold Leader.
And after you're done with the Wellington, we'll do some tag teaming here. Now, we don't really have a good chance of going against Spitfires one-on-one. Not in a heavy fighter. But 2 versus 1, we actually have a decent chance. So let's see what we can do here.
That was horrible.
Oh, Tom going 40. That poor Wellington really suffers.
That was like watching Bambi's mum getting punched by Hulk Hogan. That was
a very interesting analogy, okay. Now I could use some help over here, Tom, if you don't mind.
I'm maneuvering back.
This thing is not exactly a turner, so I am going to extend.
Okay, it's only Mark 1,
get some
actually.
distance out. He's after me.
Okay.
You can do it, Oxy!
There we
Oh,
go.
very nice, very nice.
Perfect.
And there is a nice tag team.
Very nice.
Okay, where's the 2 Spitfires up high? I really want to try and avoid them because those are definitely playing together, so...
Yep, okay.
Most of the enemy team is down. We're missing a few people.
Yeah, there's a couple that don't have points yet, so there's a few high up, and we probably don't want to be the first ones to engage them.
I'm trying to find some friendly fighters, but they all seem to be down low.
Yep.
So instead, let's just stay around this altitude. We have some fighters nearby. If the Spitfires... Actually, the Spitfires are diving down on us.
Oh,
we
you're
might
right. Yes,
want
okay.
to engage. That Spitfire's going high. Can I get a shot in?
Come on, Chief.
Not quite, not quite.
Okay, I'll move my... Where did the... Oh, he ripped his wings.
Ooh, wonderful. Okay, that's actually good. That's actually really good.
Very nice. Okay.
Okay, this guy is focusing on me. Whereabouts are you? Let me see if I can find you here.
3.6 away.
Okay, there you are. I'm going to try and bait him towards you.
Okay.
He's actually pulling off. I think he's scared of ripping his wings. And I am actually doing the same. Ooh, come on, come on, come on. You can see the wings shaking like crazy right now.
How loud are they shaking?
This is a red line. So I'm going for the shot. I'm going to try and carry the speed over to get some altitude again.
Okay. I'll loop down.
Now, one thing we forgot to mention, actually. This thing does have Schräge Musik cannons. Those cannons that are the...
Oh, no. Wing is gone.
Oh, no.
Oh,
You
no.
got a hole in your left wing.
Okay, the obligatory joke is done. we can now never mention it again.
It is part of the checklist. We're still missing egg.
No,
We're still
you've
missing...
just done that
what
now.
else do we
So
need?
the
No,
eggs,
this doesn't count. This doesn't count. We have,
Okay.
we have a checklist of overused phrases we have to use every single time.
I don't know if we do need to do that. But
Tom, do you think you can actually make it back to the base like that?
I mean, it's not an impossibility, but it's simultaneously quite unlikely. I may try and I've only got one engine. I don't know.
Spitfire is going to give me some troubles here, sadly, so I'm actually going to try and get away from here. My engines are cooking, however.
I have faith. You can do it.
Okay, I'll
Do it
just
for the stream.
Come on, gunner. Nope. I'm actually keeping up more energy than him, which is good.
Okay.
Got some hits in.
Nice.
Just keeping touching speed. Oh, he's got an oil leak. He's got an oil leak. Okay.
Very nice.
I'm going to try and return around. You're actually still flying, which is surprising.
I mean, don't say that for too long because it will not last unless I turn on
One can hope.
full reel controls.
Well, yeah, the left engine is going to eventually die, and it is going to be a huge amount of drag.
Yeah, let me see if I can feather the prop actually.
You do that. I'm going to try and chase the Spitfire. Now, I was actually able to get his engine, but my engine is cooking as well. This is bad. Actually, do I have manual engine control on this? I do.
Yeah. Pop the radiators on.
Aha. Okay. Pro tip, by the way, with manual engine control, you can control various aspects of the engine, like mixture, the opening amount of your radiators, your prop pitch, all the good stuff. Now, in my case, by using web, the instructor by itself tends to close the radiator, so you get maximum speed, minimum drag, but that also means the engine overheats quite quickly. However, by using manual engine control, I can keep web up whilst having my radiators open, and this also means that I can catch up to the Spitfire, which has engine damage. Thankfully, through the gun, I was able to get some engine damage on this guy.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Luis Barros. No, I'm not going to notice you. Wait, no, I just did, didn't I?
Ha! You silly sausage.
Damn
You
it.
fell right into his ploy.
Damn it. Now, Tom, once I chased this guy down, can you tell us about some of the new features of new power, perhaps?
Well, that has given me a lot of responsibility. Well,
There's a lot to choose from, at least.
yeah, there's a lot to choose from. Well, it's been a huge amount added, really. I mean, an overhaul on huge, amounts of the game, more notably for aircraft at the moment, with all the new clouds, the new effects and stuff. It's looking really, really good. I mean, there's only sort of so much we can gush about the new effects like that, but they do look great.
I mean, you can see it here, and this isn't even the most beautiful setting. When you get those evening matches with the sun hanging low and a nice amount of clouds, those are the nice ones.
Yes.
Those are really the nice ones. Francesco Cognome on YouTube asks, can you play the new Italian plane? Funny, you should mention that. Yeah.
Curious. Perhaps
Maybe
we will.
we can. Now, I am having some issues here, which is we are very close now to the enemy airfield, which is bad because that AA is going to absolutely tear me to shreds. I don't want to let the Spitfire go away. But at the same time, there's another Spitfire coming in, and I'm not quite sure what to do. I have plenty of cannon ammunition at least, so I can try and get some shots off in the long range, but the AA is what's scaring me the most right now. And you know what? Screw it. I have two of the enemies here. I have one Spitfire landing. I'm going to do the ultimate sacrifice.
He's going to do the ultimate sacrifice. For the stream. Do it for the stream.
But first I want to see if I can actually catch the Spitfire. So I'm going to reduce my radius to minimum. Screw it, I'm not going to survive anyway, so might as well cook my engines. I'm going to see if I can catch a Spitfire up above and catch the other Spitfire on the ground. It isn't exactly the most honorable thing to do, but honestly at this point there's only 3 people left alive, so...
Did you say honorable then?
Honorable, yes.
I like that.
I got a hole in my left wing. Can I get this guy before I die? Yes, I can.
Yes, he can.
Let's make sure he dies. He did.
Yep.
And I am now dead. Not big surprise.
A man for fire there.
Tom?
Yes.
I think that hurt.
I would imagine it would, yeah.
I think that really hurt. So, let's go back to the hangar and let's select the next vehicle. Christoph Palfi on YouTube asks, what does prop pitch do? So, prop pitch is the angle of your propellers, which you can actually set up manually or automatically through the instructor if you want to. And essentially what it allows you to do is, in practical terms in the game, you can use it to either extend your glide, if your engine's down, by reducing the prop pitch to 0, and as such having the minimum amount of drag. Or, if you want to, which is what I use with the BF-109s, is cut the throttle, set prop pitch to 100, and it essentially acts like a giant air brake. Maximum drag, your engine absorbs all of the energy, and you can slow down very quickly, specifically on the BF-109s. BF-109s, the BF-110s to some degree as well, because they have very similar engines, if not the same engines. Anything that has this kind of engine, it's like a free air brake. It can really, really, really surprise some people in a dogfight, which is quite useful. Here's the thing, you can get a lot of things done with the basic controls in War Thunder, but if you invest the time to learn some of the additional controls, for example, manually controlling the flaps, especially getting the flaps all the way down to landing flaps without having to deploy your gear, is incredibly useful in dogfights. Learning manual engine control, learning what prop pitch does, learning what radiator does, you can do some amazing things. That is really the threshold between a new player, an average player, and the experienced advanced players.
Yes.
Now, what are we going to play next, Tom?
I thought we'll sort of give some more low-tier ground forces a go with probably my favorite addition of the patch, with a name I cannot pronounce, but like very much. It's... Look at him. Look.
See, I didn't want to say anything, but this thing has already been memed on Reddit to hell and back, because it is so flat and wide, and it kind of looks adorable, really, but...
It does.
With that camouflage...
What is it?
It looks like a pizza.
Oh...
I'm sorry! It looks like a pizza.
It's like... That's the ultimate in War Thunder comedy. It's like, you take a nation, like, what do they... Italy, pizza, peak meme.
That's the worst part.
Yeah.
Like, I'm feeling like I've done something wrong now, but...
Exactly, it's the same with everything.
Chat, let me know. Chat, tell me. Does the tank look like a pizza or not?
I mean, I guess...
Am I in the wrong here?
I guess it kind of... Okay, but what's the green? What's green on pizza?
Paprika.
Excuse me?
Green bell pepper.
Yeah, okay, all right, I'll give you that.
You have the salami, you have the green bell pepper, you have cheese. You have everything for a good pizza.
I think we really have achieved comedy in this moment.
Actually, no, you know what we need for that?
No.
Honey. Yes. Pro tip, by the way, honey on pizza is amazing.
Yeah, you see, that bothered me when I was in the kitchen. It was like at 11 at night, and you just came into the kitchen making a pizza and just smothered it in honey. And I just did not know how to react. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
We are housemates, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like he just came into my house with no reason and started mangling a pizza. We do live together. But yeah, that was a time. I learned a lot that evening.
Life experiences with Mike is boom.
Yes.
But yes, we're going to play some of the low tier Italians here. Now, I do actually need to put some backups on this, so in the meantime, maybe you can talk a bit about the Celere and the new plane, the FC20 Biz as well.
So I believe this tank here was user created as well. I don't know this user who made it, but I mean, incredible work. I mean, look at this thing. It's amazing. And I believe it was designed from a captured British Crusader tank, sort of in the desert theatre. And this thing is very, very quick. It's very nimble. And armor-wise, it's not amazing. It's okay in terms of 2.3. It has a double stacked plate here, 35 and 15. So this upper plate's not too bad. Lower plate's not great. Same with the turret as well, unless the mantlets hit here. But it has the improved 47mm that's found on the M1441, both of them the premium one and the Tech Tree variant. So firepower's not bad, although it doesn't have the shoulder stabilizer, which is a bit sucky at the lower tiers, but still not bad. But the new plane, the FC20 Biz, I love like early Italian designs, and this is like I love it. They made some really good stuff. It kind of
reminds me of a Bullfighter, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess so. It has the I know what you mean.
It's a very stubby cockpit.
It is a stubby cockpit. And it has this 37mm in the nose here with a decent amount of ammunition. What have we got? 42 rounds. And on there with full AP belt, we can get through decent amount of armor for 2.0. So yeah, I think I've used this a couple of times in tank battles. Not had too much success against tanks, mainly against aircraft. We can certainly give it a go. Give it a whirl, as it were.
We can indeed, and we shall do that right now, in fact.
That we shall.
See, YouTube chat agrees with me. It does look like a pizza. And apparently, according to Ruby Fox, it looks like the moldiest of pizzas.
That I can agree with, yeah.
See, now I lost my appetite. Thank you.
Sad.
Can you please tell me, why do I suck so much at this game? Asks, very interesting username on Twitch. No one is bad. Unless you stop wanting to learn. This is going to sound very posh, but essentially, as long as you're willing to learn new things, as long as you're willing to invest into the game and your skills, you will not be bad. You will always be evolving. I mean, I've been playing this since 2014. I'm still learning things right now. Tom has been playing for 2.6 years, by the way.
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that.
It is too late. The information is out. Leaks.
That's
leaks.
Yeah. I have 2.6 hours of active playtime in this game. That's not like I've been playing for 2.6 years.
Total hours. 2.6 hours.
Yep.
Yes.
I was really hoping we would never actually say that and keep it a secret forever. So, I mean...
Okay, Chad, let's keep this a secret. Shh. No one posts this anywhere, okay?
My integrity as a cool, hip guy is now just out the window. I mean,
you have to look of a cool, hip guy right now, to be honest.
No, I look like a... What did we say I looked like before?
I
look like a gay librarian was what we went with. Is what we went with, yeah.
No, Tom, you look adorable.
No,
and
I
think I think the chat can really confirm that. Chat, can we get a massive heart spam here for Tom?
No, we can't. Please don't.
Can we
do
get
that.
some nice, what's it called, compliments?
No,
Yes.
don't look at me.
Yes, look at him.
No, don't. That's like the worst. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, fine. Let's switch over to Reddit mode. See,
Okay,
happy
there we
now.
go. See,
Now you can't look at anything anymore.
you've got too much power,
Hey.
too much control here.
I see the lads actually waited for the cap, which is very nice. I'm also surprised to see quite a few Solaris arenas, which is quite nice. I mean, you wouldn't really expect people to play that many low tier tanks, but this thing seems to be quite fun.
Yeah, it's really like the perfect premium in my opinion, just for like additions to the game. It adds a new playstyle to the lineup, and it's unique, it's interesting, and it's one of those vehicles that I believe was a semi-completed prototype. And having it like playable, it's like War Thunder is the best, I guess, kind of medium to bring these designs back to life. I love that. I love that about these kind of things. So
It is indeed. There's a lot of vehicles in this game you can't play in any other game really, and lots of very well-known prototypes that you can also play. It's quite nice.
yes, quite nice.
I mean,
indeed.
we have over 1,700 vehicles in this game at this moment. I think we are probably scratching close to 1,800 at this point with the new patch.
With all the kind of hidden stuff as well, it's about 1,800, I think.
There's
from what I
a
remember.
wide selection of vehicles to go for, that
Yeah.
is for sure. Now, we have sadly not been able to capture the
Yeah, no,
cap. That was actually slightly too high. This gun seems to have really high velocity actually, surprisingly so.
yeah, it's a decent gun. I'm a
Sadly
fan.
not much penetration, which is going to be an issue against the Sherman over there. I
I've
don't
got
think
a-
I can really go for him at this distance, unless maybe I can go for the lower shot. And there we go.
It's very nice.
Honestly, the trick of Shermans, especially jumbos, is always to go for the lower side where the tracks are. The armor is only like 38mm thick. It's very easy to go for it with any gun, really, at any point. How's the situation over there, Tom?
Not too bad, just watching the doorways, as I usually do on early stages of this map. It's a difficult map to recapture the B point on. It's generally kind of useful to have some smokes, but we don't really have any on this vehicle.
Sadly, we don't. That's true. Now, I have a pretty decent position here to try and kill anyone who tries to advance, but doesn't really cover anyone of our team trying to go for the B cap. I know there's currently only an SBA on the B cap. I'm not sure how quickly the reverse speed is sadly a bit slow. See, my theory right now would be to try and advance, use the frontal armor, which is pretty good on this thing.
Yeah.
Use the frontal armor towards the enemy spawn so I can advance and then reverse into the cap, but sadly it only has a 4 km/h reverse speed, which is really not good.
Yeah, not too super.
That is a T50 or T126. Either way, they have pretty good armor, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll try and make my way over to the side flanks here. Maybe actually, Tom, if you can hold the main field, I'm going to try and flank around. Never mind, this already got me.
A man for flank. I can respect that.
I'm surprised he didn't die. He was right out in the open there.
Yeah. Let's see.
So, with new power, will we finally find the D point? See, I have a perfect joke right now that I can't actually say on the stream,
Don't
but
do it. Please
yes,
don't.
let's just say it like this. The D point has been found. The actual D point has been found.
What does
in
that-
the sky, on the new hangar.
What does that mean?
Let's just say who follows me on Twitter knows what I'm talking
That's
about.
so vague. It sounds really sinister.
It has to be vague, because I can't actually tell this on stream is the problem.
Okay, it's,
It has to be
oh.
incredibly vague.
Yeah, I mean, that makes it worse, in my opinion. But, I mean, I can respect it. For comedy. Do it for comedy.
Next live stream, I expect and plead you both to wear the biggest Ushankas that you can find. Big Soviet hats. We don't have Ushankas, but we do have tanker helmets.
Oh, we do, yeah.
The helmets that are used on the T90 crew. Slight issue, my head is a bit too big for them.
Yep.
So I can't really use them too effectively, but maybe. We could do it like something like a community goal or a stream goal, perhaps.
I mean, I cannot fit a hat on my head. We've tried in the past. It just doesn't work. It's a complete impossibility.
Tom, with enough force, nothing is impossible.
Don't say that.
Now, I am in the new FC20 Biz, and there seems to be an SPA over there, which is a bit of an issue.
Bugger me.
I hope he doesn't see me now. I'm not expecting this thing to be too resistant to fires. So ideally, I want to avoid those. But I do want to test... Ooh, he's going for me! Ooh, okay. Oh, good thing, we're actually capping the B point.
Oh, lovely
We're actually
jubbly.
capping the B point. I have to try and do another approach run. I'm guessing you don't really have a shot on that SPA by any chance.
I do not have a gun at this point.
Oh, this is not good.
I got shamaned.
Actually, if you have anyone nearby, I might be able to do a cast run.
There's a T-50 nearby.
There is a biplane. Ooh, I'm on.
That was a noise. That was a heavy noise.
Okay, so I'll take it because I was somehow able to RKO that 153 with my right wing. But that could have gone a lot better.
Very nice. Oh, I have a Chaffee chum helping me. Thank you.
Very nice. I'm going to actually bring a backup of the chill area and see if I can give you some support over there.
Very nice. I appreciate it.
Oxy's stream is a tiny bit laggy, blurry for some reason on YouTube. There might be some slight issues with our hardware. We had some issues actually with the Enlisted stream, which by the way, no plug at all, but we have a new game, Enlisted. It's basically War Thunder, but with infantry.
Yep.
And it is currently in closed beta, and we actually streamed it last week. And I'm probably going to stream it again next week. So if you don't want to miss out on the Enlisted stream, so you can have a look at our new game, you can follow the Enlisted channel. Maybe one of the streamers can actually post a link in the chat, both on YouTube and on Twitch, because right now I don't have it on hand. But let's just say it like this. I don't want to spoil too much, but
oh yes,
next week might be special.
It may be special. It
may be quite special, like even more special than just new update special, like very special, both for you both for War Thunder and for Enlisted. So tune in back next Friday. Keep an eye out on our social media, both the War Thunder and Enlisted social media, and you're going to have some fun times. Let's just say that.
Yes, fun times will be had.
All right. Now, I am behind enemy lines. I'm actually doing pretty damn well. Holy crap, our team really pushed them back. This is rare.
A rarity. Quite
this is actually really rare. You don't usually see people, teams on the northern side be able to push this far into this side. And I'm also having some issues. So I'm actually going to use a new mechanic here, and I'm going to tow this guy away once I may. Sadly, the Chilera doesn't really have any kind of reverse speed, so I just have to very slowly push him out. But yes, as you can see, dead tanks actually stay on the map now, which can be a bit problematic when you have a lot of tanks in a very close quarter tight street city map. But you can also tow the dead tanks away, so you can create yourself some ways, or you can create yourself some mobile spaced armor, so to speak, and do a lot of things.
Quite so.
In fact, I remember seeing a clip on Reddit where a T-95 was dragging a dead tank behind him, and he actually fooled an enemy tank into shooting the dead tank, thinking it was alive.
Very nice.
You fool!
I can respect that.
I think most of the enemy tanks are actually dead right now. How's the situation in the air, actually?
There's one I-16 early. Not much else.
Careful, that thing does turn pretty damn well. Although, from the 10 seconds about I had of lifetime, this thing doesn't seem to turn that badly. Ooh,
Yeah,
very nice kill.
It's decent for what it is. It doesn't really have a lot of engine power, so after a few turns you are very vulnerable to any anti-air or other planes, but there's one or two good turns in, and it's especially good for a ground attacker, being able to loop and maneuver like that, getting the sort of the top-down angles. It's really good in that regard. Yeah, it's not bad. I quite like it. These are the sort of vehicles I enjoy.
I mean, you don't really get many chances, but it's definitely one of those vehicles where you have at least a chance of surprising a fighter who doesn't expect you to be able to turn inside of him.
Exactly, that's correct.
Now this game is actually pretty much over at this point. There's only 6 enemy vehicles left at this point. One of them actually has 5 kills, which is not too bad, but I don't seem to be able to see any of them. Actually, someone just made it through the middle of the map here, so let's go after them, if possible. Although I think he might have just died. Meanwhile, Tom is going for another biplane over there. Not quite sure why the enemies trying to spawn all these biplanes. Aren't exactly great for ground attack and don't really do much against. Oh, I just got T-80'd.
Oh no, a T-80 in this tier? What are you talking about, Mike?
I know, right? Damn Russian bias, right?
Wowzers, trousers.
I think he went for my turret, which is surprising actually. There's only a 45mm cannon. It's not exactly the best, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to now bring the best vehicle in War Thunder.
What is that?
It's the adorable little town boy. It's a mobile bush. This is the smallest vehicle in the game, and it is absolutely adorable. And also very easy to literally crush between a tank and a wall, or a tank and another tank. Or the hydrodynamic suspension of a tank. Don't ask me how I know that. It's an adorable little town boy, and I love it.
Oh, bless. Very sweet.
Grayson Harrington, is there a weight limit if you pull a tank? Well, I'm guessing it really all depends on your engine power. I would doubt if something like the L333 can actually push a mouse. I mean, it's something you can try for sure, but I wouldn't really expect that. But yeah, pretty much so far I haven't really run into situations where I wasn't able to pull a tank. I'm just guessing you don't want the weight difference to be too high, or at least if the weight difference is high, you won't have a lot of engine power behind you. That is... Oh. So what do we have actually next up? I got a decal, interesting enough.
Oh, very sweet. A new decal.
Yes. Oh, I see what you have.
You could give it a go.
So we are now going to switch over to... Okay, we'll do a top tier lineup, fine. I mean, I can already see it. If we don't do this, we're going to have angry messages for the next 5 days. How dare you do a new stream and not show off the new German vehicles? Germany suffers.
That is exactly what's going to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newly introduced Leopard 2 A6. Visually very similar to Leopard 2. Oh, I forgot I had this decal on. I'm so sorry. This is psychological warfare, by the way.
Yep.
Visually very similar to the Leopard 2 A5, but with an even longer cannon. This has the Rheinmetall 120mm smoothbore L55. The 2A5 is an L44. You can see it. Size difference over here. Look at the barrel. Yeah? Look at the barrel.
Yep.
Big.
Big.
Small.
Small.
Big. And in this game, size definitely matters. Because you get a new shell for this gun.
This is just peak comedy. This is peak comedy. We can't improve now. You've reached the plateau of comedy. There's no way we can transcend that.
See, this is what 3 weeks of home office does to you. I haven't seen the sun in 2 weeks. Yeah. This is me crying out in desperation at this point.
Well, same, because my blinds keep breaking. I don't know if you can hear at night. Because,
did they actually?
Yeah, like they don't go down all the way. So like about 1 in the morning yesterday, I was like yanking on them really loud to try and get them to come down.
Oh, so that's what that noise was.
Yeah, like I was trying to get them to close, otherwise I'd be blinded in the morning, and they just don't want to work. It's a nightmare. So sorry, I was like worried I would annoy you like really late by trying to do that. But yeah, it was very irrelevant to the to what we're doing right now. But that was an event that occurred.
These are tough times. These are tough times.
Yes, truly we are.
So the Leopard 6 has the new DM53 shell with a whopping 652mm of penetration flat. This is one of the most powerful shells in the game right now, on one of the most powerful tanks as well, which makes for a very strong lineup. Keep in mind, this isn't even the best lineup you can get. But this is nothing. Trust me. The 2A6, old news. It's just a Leopard 2A5 with more penetration. Who cares?
Yep.
We have a better one. Maybe you can show it, actually.
What do we have?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the game. Euro Truck Simulator?
Oh, yes.
Haha! I love this thing so much.
It's just so big.
It is enormous. You don't quite get how enormous that vehicle actually is.
I mean, this internally probably has a larger square meter radius than our flat does. So,
actually, probably, yes. You can fit tanks inside of the thing. It's essentially just one giant truck with an anti-air missile system on top. It is beautiful.
There's some heft going on here. I like that. I can respect that.
Actually, can you show the missiles, the new missiles that this vehicle gets?
Yeah, this gets, what is it, the VT-1 missiles, which travel incredibly quickly. 12-kilometer range and a maximum speed of 1,250 meters per second, which is incredible. And they're a little bit hard to aim at the closer range, especially against maneuvering jets. But they're pretty good. And I've had a lot of very enjoyable moments knocking out helicopters with this earlier on, a few days ago. So yeah, it's a nice little vehicle. Well, little not being the correct word, I suppose, but it's a nice boy.
I mean, little really depends on your viewpoint at this point. It's adorable, let's just say that.
Yeah. I mean, what's cute about it? Go on. The pressure's on, Daddy-O. What's cute about it?
Box. It's a big box on wheels. What's not cool about it?
Yeah, okay, fine.
Also, I'm noticing that the chat is getting rated by one of our creators, Jean-Claude Van Schott. Hello, lad. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Hopefully you are doing just fine. Have we played the big boat yet? We have not. Now, sadly, Naval was being a very interesting mode to play if you like the slower paced stuff, especially with the new battleships and dreadnoughts. It's not really a game mode that's easily streamable. Twitch audience, YouTube audience that have a short attention span. So it's not the most interesting thing to watch, but it's interesting to play. Although, maybe we can do something interesting. If we can find... Actually, maybe we won't be able to do this stream, but maybe next stream, remind us in the chat next stream, next Friday perhaps. We might have something interesting in mind. We might have something very interesting in mind.
Very nice.
Alright, and we are in the game. Very nice. Now, I don't have any camos or any decals on this thing, sadly, so no psychological warfare for me.
Sad.
And I'm going to warn you guys straight away, I am absolutely terrible at top tier battles, so hopefully you're going to be seeing a bit more quality gameplay for Oxy.
Don't say that. I don't really play them much either. I've been sleeping since this thing came out.
No, that's the thing. We haven't been sleeping. That's
oh
the
yeah,
problem.
no, that's the exact opposite. We have not slept at all because there's been so much to do. It's been fine.
See, apart from the streams, we do also handle the War for the Partnership management program, and it's been an eventful week, let's just say that. Lots and lots and lots of emails. So we are both pretty much on our last legs. We are going to take this weekend off and just crash, that's for sure.
Yes. Big sleep is required, I believe.
Actually, Tom, I think I'm actually going to join you over there. If you can stay close here, maybe I'm able to help you repair, since I'm not really going to be doing much else.
Very well.
And I'm also going to take the jump over here.
Do it. Get some air.
Whee!
Wow. Look at that air.
This would have been nicer if this tank actually had hydropneumatic suspension.
Yes, also true.
That's one of the reasons I really love the Type 90. You can just take jumps and bounce and crush L-33s. It's beautiful.
Oh, bless them. They don't deserve that.
Yes, Timeta. Die Flugabwehrraketensystem Roland auf Radkraftfahrzeug. Are you happy now?
Very nice.
Alright. What do your eyes spy?
A deceased M60 AMBT.
Very nice. I'm seeing engine smoke, actually, but not the tank themselves, which is interesting.
Can't really see much either.
That, actually. Sadly, the thermals aren't really that advanced on this tank, I have to say. This feels like first gen.
I think it's Gen 2, if I remember. I don't actually know.
I have seen higher resolutions before, that is for sure.
Indeed.
Now,
really
let's check the ridgeline. Actually, does the commander have thermal vision? The
Commander
commander does,
does, yeah.
and it does have a higher resolution here as well. Okay, that's
yeah.
good.
Commander has Gen 2 then.
Okay, I see two tanks over there.
I will
Which side I can't spot
maneuver.
with this tank? One of them seems to be down. Let me see if I can do something sneaky. Oh, no, my teacher's died.
Very nice.
Nothing I can do here. So I'm going to try and advance towards the B camp where most of our team is and see, hopefully, that I can actually cap.
Yeah. A wholesome goal, if ever there were one.
Now, Tom, I think you have a bit more experience with top tier than I do, don't you?
Not, I mean, maybe, like, not much, perhaps a bit, not very. That was the best sentence I've ever said.
Very words, yes.
Yeah.
Words are hard. What do you think of the Leopard 2A6?
I mean, it's really, it's peak. You know, it has everything a top tier tank needs to. Has a situationally effective armor, a great gun, and good reactive mobility. I don't know what else it kind of needs, I guess. In the hull, fairly weak, I guess, but in the grand scheme of things. But turret-wise, it has the protection it needs, really. It has enough to be, to the extent of the way, if somebody is aiming at you and doesn't really take enough time to aim for the weak spots, it's likely going to bounce. Which is a great thing about the armor of the 2A6 and other sort of top tier, especially the Russians as well. They have a good threshold for that.
These top tier MBTs are really about the weak spots. You have to aim for the weak spots if you want to go through most of them.
Yeah, I mean, in most instances, yeah. I mean, a lot of them have very similar weak spots in sense of having weak breaches and lower plates, turret rings, etc. So a lot of them share the same in that regard. But yeah, it's a very sort of, well, I don't know what the right word is, an evolving meta, as the cool children say.
That is for sure, especially once more people get their hands on the big truck, which is just the best addition I've ever seen in this game.
Rather heft, rather large. Quite so.
See, I haven't actually been able to shoot at any single enemy yet, because they all just die as soon as I see them.
Oh, bless them. How
Which I
dare
guess,
they?
I mean, it's a good thing for me, really. It means that I stay alive for longer. I mean, I haven't died yet, which is probably my new world record for staying alive in a top tier battle.
Yes, the Mike Goes Boom world record.
Indeed.
Let's go.
However, I do wonder what I can do from here. Now, I do know this map pretty well. I've been playing this map quite a while, ever since before the rework, after the rework, all the good stuff. I do kind of like the rework. It means that you actually get some cover over here. Back before the rework, you didn't have this rail line over here, and the elevation changes, so we'd be very exposed for most of the map. But you can at least advance in some degree of cover now.
Quite so.
Although this also means that the enemy can advance in cover, which is not great for me. And it seems like you're getting some shots over there. Where are you getting shot from, that?
To my 11 o'clock hull right now. I think it's gone, yep. The fire knocked out my turret ring.
They are all dead. Not big surprise.
That was a good accent. What accent was that you're doing then?
I do not know, comrade. What I do know is that the A-cap is currently not being kept, which is surprising to say least.
That's a good accent. I mean,
I'm actually going to try and go over
I can't place what it is, but it's really good.
I mean, the hat kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Yep.
Hey, it's a very snow wolf. You like the
does.
hat? Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. This was actually a gift of one of our co-workers, which I very much appreciate. Specifically for the streams. Now, what do we have over here? I see traces. I don't see anything on the thermals themselves. And I was going to use the cover of this house, but I think I might just run half of it over.
Sad.
And I don't see anything on the cap itself, which is also a bit sad. I don't wonder if our teammates are getting shot over there. What is the grave key you wanted for, Smokes? I think that might be still a legacy from my keyboard being in Portuguese.
Yeah, I think so. Like it's just the whatever the keyboard designation is. I don't actually know what it is. I think is it this button? Yes, it is. Whatever that button is. And now I've just smoked myself. I didn't process that. I didn't recognize that would happen.
Tom, I think you just got trolled by the chat.
I think I played myself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yep.
But yeah, the keybuttons do actually show what you have in your local language settings. So for example, in my case, back when I was still living in Portugal, every time I wanted to drop a bomb or drop a AGM, it would say press barra de espaços, which is a very long and complicated name for saying spacebar.
Yep. I mean, I think my brain couldn't process the noise you just made and gave up.
Well, to be fair, in your case, any language overloads your brain a bit, doesn't it?
What does that mean? What do you mean?
How's your German, Tom? Can you order some beer in German?
No. I've already forgotten the...
Come on, you need to try.
I'm on my 100-day Duolingo streak. It's exactly 100 days.
It's about time you start speaking then.
No.
Chad, let's give some encouraging words to Tom.
No.
Let's see if you can speak some kind of... Actually, I know what.
Don't do this.
Do you think you can read the name of the new AA truck?
No, I definitely can't. I've tried before, and it just does not work in my brain. Don't... Mike, you're KD. What are you going to do now?
I don't care about my KD. I only care about the memes.
How is anyone ever going to accept you now? KD destroyed.
Damn, you're right.
Terrible.
I just played myself.
Yep. How do you pronounce...
We're going to try. We're going to try.
I'm not going to do it.
I will say it first. I will say it first.
That's worse.
And you try.
No,
because
then there's a comparison, and it will see like how terrible mine will be.
No, it'll be fine. No.
Chat.
Encouraging words.
No.
Encouraging words.
This is a disaster.
I want everyone to say on a 1 to 5 scale what you think of the pronunciation of Tom.
Don't do that.
And tell me it's good. Give him a 5. Give him a 5. Even if it's terrible, give him a 5.
I can hear you in the headset because of how the audio setup is.
Shush.
I can hear exactly what you're saying.
Stop spying. So, this is the new truck. This is the Flugabwehrraketensystem Roland auf Radkraftfahrzeug.
That's not happening.
Just try it, please. No. Just try it.
This is like watching my self-esteem getting beaten to death in a gutter. There's no way. Don't put the hat on me. Don't do it.
You have a choice.
What between embarrassing myself twice?
No, you have a chance to get up on top on the front page of Reddit for being the most adorable streamer ever.
Stop it, because there's no...
Or you can have the hat on.
I don't want either of these things to happen. Can we just play some video games? Don't put the hat on me.
I hate video games.
Yes.
Okay, what are we playing up next then?
Snaked my way out of that one. Well, we could go for your new...
Carry on.
I don't know if I can now. The hat's on your shoulder and I don't know what to do with it.
Let's just pretend that never happened.
Okay, well, we could play your new favorite, this boy here.
Ooh, that is actually a very good point indeed. Now, we did have some new planes introduced with a very specific mechanic. VTOL, we have Harriers, we have AV8s, which are Harriers, but American designation, and we also have the Yak 38, which I honestly, personally don't really like myself.
The camo is nice though. It's very blue.
It is. The Yak 38s do look very nice, but I just don't really like playing them myself. They just don't feel right to me. I can just show the camera real quick just to show it off, I think. Is it the... Yeah, just premium one.
They both get interchangeable GE camos now, I think, as well.
Very nice. I like the camo on this thing. I like the way it kind of looks. I don't really like the nozzles themselves. They're a bit too rotund.
You don't like rotund nozzles, do you?
No, I like them square and edgy. That's for sure. It has a very interesting loadout option. This actually gets mouse-aimed air-to-ground missiles, which are quite nice. But I just don't like this thing in dogfights.
No.
The Harrier, however. Stuff like the AV8. These things can use the nozzles at any speed, and you can use these in dogfights, which is quite nice. Now, I actually have to check real quick if I have the keybind set up. So maybe you can talk about a bit the specific variant over here in the meantime.
I mean, that's a lot of pressure for me.
Show off the ordnance options, for example. And actually,
I will do.
What we are going to be doing.
Well, yeah, I haven't used it in this instance before, but you like using it for hovercasts, and I haven't actually tried that, so this might be a disaster. But
oh, it is going to be glorious.
Simultaneously, maybe enjoyable. But yeah, there's a decent amount of ordnance options. You get AM9Gs, which are pretty decent amount of bombs, the Mighty Mouse and the Zunis. So it's got a decent amount of cast potential, and I kind of like that. It's a versatile vehicle, and which is especially good for a premium as well. If you're going to actually buy a premium, you're going to want one that's versatile. So yeah, pretty cool. A cool plane, I do say so, and very much, this is like, British people are just weirdly obsessed with the Harrier, like whatever invariant it is. It's just
That's very true. I don't think I've ever seen as much hype for any vehicle in any patch ever as I have seen for the Harrier.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I get it, especially with this camouflage. It looks amazing. It genuinely looks amazing. I really like this camo. And it's really fun to play as well. The VTOL capabilities make for a very interesting playstyle, especially if you use it for like low speed CAS runs, close air support runs, or you can even use it in dogfights to evade missiles and get a closer turn in. It's a very interesting vehicle. It's probably one of my new favorite vehicle types, just because it allows you to do new things.
I like that. I like that. I mean, it's a unique playstyle, and that's really the best kind of the new vehicles can get in this game, at least in my opinion. Anything that changes it up a bit, that requires, different, inputs, different anything, I mean, I really like it. It's great. It just adds something new, and I'm a big fan of that. Very, very much.
Friendship ended with J35 Draken. The Harrier is my new best friend. Now, I am actually going to go for the default belts here.
The default belts.
I do want a bit more than 9 minutes of fuel.
A risky move, Mike.
And this is going to be the load I'm going to be using today. I have 2 AIM-9Gs and 38 FFAR Mighty Mouse rockets, which I will try and use in some CAS. Now, we're going to be spawning on the carrier fleet over here.
Yes.
And, come on. Taking off from the carriers to vanilla. No. This won't do. This won't do.
This won't do.
This will not do.
Whatever will you be doing, Mike? What?
Sayonara! This is now my airspace.
Very nice.
Honestly, I love this thing so much.
This is peak.
See, it is completely unnecessary because you do actually take off way faster if you just go forward, especially since you get the boost from the Steam Catapult launcher on this thing. But you just have so much style taking off like this. It is beautiful.
This is peak streaming.
And actually, one thing I really like doing this way is, even on normal airfields, I like hovering, take off, and then just turn towards where I have to go exactly, so I don't have to turn on later. Yeah. Because I'm just lazy like that. This is the perfect plane for me. It allows me to be lazy.
Okay, that's good, I suppose. I can respect that.
Now, I'm actually going to turn off my smoke, because that will give me away if the camo doesn't. I'm going to try and turn on my ballistic computer. There we go.
Oh yes, that's a good point, actually.
Actually, do check, Tom, if you have the thrust vectoring enabled. I think you do, since you took off.
I do.
Very nice, very nice.
Indeed.
Now, most of our fighters are over on the right side. They spawned over from the airfield, which is actually good. That means that the enemy is probably going to be sticking with them for the most part. This thing doesn't really turn too well. You don't want to be going into a one-on-one dogfight against most of these fighters over here, which do turn very well. Although you have very good acceleration. And you can use, if you can somehow bait him on a 1 versus 1, and you can bait him into low enough energy where you can stall him out, then you have the advantage, because the Harrier doesn't really stall.
Oh, really, I guess. I will come and join you by the cliffs here. Now,
Very nice.
are you quite sure the enemy will just let us have a hover around their ground targets and have a merry old time?
I don't know. Honestly,
them
I
up?
think what we should first do before we go for the ground targets here is we should try and launch some missiles on unexpected enemies.
Okay.
So let's head into the furball over here. The enemy is now going to start engaging our teammates. And if we can get some missiles off on people who are not aware of us, who are focusing on our teammates, that's where we can really use them the best. Because the A9Gs, I mean, they're not bad, but they're not the best missiles out there, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's sort of middle ground, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and get a tiny bit more altitude here.
I see a
Little
G91 trying to go, two G91s actually trying to go for a Harrier. Ooh, two G91s and a Swift. One of them pulled off. Going to try and juke him out. Let's see if we can get a missile off on the... Ooh, I have just lost my tail control.
You're in, you know, you're getting bullied right now, I would say.
Yes, I am. Let me see if I can get this... No, not to my teammates.
God, this is a disaster.
So I can't really turn right now because my elevator was shut out. As well, my entire tail controls are out. So I'm pretty much out of the battle.
I believe...
I'm not quite dead yet, however.
I don't know where the majority of our chums went, but there doesn't seem to be many of them left.
I think this is not going so well, is it?
I don't believe it is, no. I mean, your dreams of hovercasts are now...
Oh no, my dreams of hovercasts are gone.
You are very popular over there right now.
Yes, I am, and I am on fire. This is not going well. Tom, you need to carry.
I don't think that's possible at this stage. I would wager.
And sadly, the frost vector control was broken. Not a good example. Not a good example there.
Very sad. Come on, Chief.
You can do it, Tom.
Didn't work.
I believe in you.
I didn't believe in hard enough.
Georgie, I never need to ask. What is Oxy's name? Tom.
Yep.
This
I think
is
so,
the
anyway.
lovely Tom.
Sometimes I forget what my name is.
You forgot what your birthday is.
I don't know what my birthday is. We think we know, but we don't really, which is a disaster. I'm gone. I'm gone, Chief.
Ooh, that looks like it hurts, to be honest.
No, I don't think so. I think it's fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
It'll buff right out. It'll buff right out. We do need to actually no, we do need to crash. Oh,
it does look amazing, though.
it does.
I mean, I can respect that a lot.
I mean, this is one thing I really am glad the devs implemented because I crash a lot.
Yes, he does.
What you see on YouTube is not the representative of my average gameplay experience. But now I have an excuse to crash because it looks beautiful.
That it does.
It is nice.
Yes.
It is very nice. Let's maybe try another game on another map without this problem.
It'll be the same map. You watch.
It will probably be the same map. But
£5, it's the same map.
We can try.
Actually, I can't do that because we don't have pounds in this country, do we? Sad. No bets.
Welcome to Europe, lad.
Yeah.
We can bet a beer.
We could. Do we have any?
Some in the fridge.
We do have some beers, actually. Yep. They're quite good beers, actually. I like those. I can't pronounce the name, but they're not bad at all.
All right, run number 2. And actually, I really like this map. Nice, spacious open map. You have some ground targets over here on the corner, which you don't really tend to see too many targets. That's where we're going to try and head.
Okay, Chief.
I'm going to do a hover takeoff, and I'm going to try and go towards the target.
Sounds good.
Hover enabled. Point the nose over there. Go and get our nozzles going, so slightly. You don't want to go full 100% nozzles, by the way, as soon as you take off, or rather 0% nozzles, because then you're just going to crash back into the ground.
Never go full nozzle.
You have to kind of adjust the nozzle angle according to your speed. And as you can see, you just took off normally, so you're way faster.
Yep. I'm a coward.
But you shall be the bait.
Will I? That wasn't decided beforehand.
See, usually the first enemy that the enemy spots is usually the first one to get piled on. I speak from experience, which is a bad experience. Bad experience to say the least.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes, I suppose.
Now, don't forget to turn on the ballistic computer.
This is also true.
And let's see if we can get some rockets in.
Yeah.
Oh no, did the Twitch team just die?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. We seem to have a disconnection. It seems like Twitch died. How's your going? YouTube still seems to be fine. Yeah. Twitch, I think, just died.
Sad.
Oof. Can we maybe get some of the YouTube mods or YouTube lads to quickly go into the Twitch chat? I think it's just back now. Yeah. Sorry, everyone. It seems like Twitch was having a bit of a brain fart moment over there and just cut off the stream. But we should be fine now.
Nice.
We should be back now, hopefully.
That's good.
Just in case that the stream dies on one side or the other, you can always check out the other stream. We are streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Twitch is better for interactivity, YouTube is better for quality, since we are streaming in full 1440p over there. Ooh, this voter is going for the turn.
How loud he coming?
Ah, I didn't quite get the shot off, but he died. Very nice.
Very nice.
Now, thankfully, not too much else over here.
For now.
But yes, what I was trying to say is, if the stream ever dies on one of the platforms, chances are it's still up on the other platforms, so you can check it out over there. Now, I'm not actually sure if these mighty mouses can go through pillboxes.
I think they can damage the large pillboxes, but they take a lot of shots, if I remember. I'm not too sure, though. It's been a while.
I'm going to try. Okay, I got my nozzles to 66%. This should give me a bit of altitude here. And I'm going to use the CCIP to try and get some shots in. Rockets aren't amazingly accurate, sadly. I'm doing some damage, but not really enough here. I think it's a bit of a waste.
Sad. Gotta go for the light pillboxes, Chief.
The light pillboxes, I think, are one-shots, aren't they?
Yes, they should be. Yep.
Very nice, very nice.
We do have a Swifty boy inbound.
Okay, it doesn't seem to be going for me just yet, so I'm going to use my mighty mouses on there, and I'm going to enable my throttle again, and let's see if we can go after that Swift over there.
Yeah. Let's give it a go.
He seems to be a bit scared, to be honest.
Let's hope.
Okay. He's trying to keep his altitude up, his speed up. We have another Swift coming behind us, by the way.
Oh.
And a G91. Brake left. I'm going to brake right.
Which way is left? No, that was right. God, I can't even think.
It's fine.
Are you sure?
There's another Swift coming in.
It doesn't
for
look
me.
fine.
I'm going to use my nozzles. Oh, there's a G91 coming for me, which is bad.
Bring the nozzles out. Nozzle it up.
Come
Don't
on.
lock you. Lock the Swift.
Can I get the rocket off? No, I'm getting shot from the Swifts. Sadly, you can't really do too much if you're getting focused on by multiple enemies. One-on-one, you can actually do quite a bit with the Harrier because you can just stall yourself out and make the enemy overshoot. 2 versus 1, not so much, sadly.
Yeah. It's it's kind of a weak aircraft in that regard, but in terms of versatility and, you know, jumping on some enemies, it had some advantages in that regard, and I like it. Plus, I mean, I'm obliged to like it because of being from the UK, I suppose.
Well, but technically this one is American, so you don't have to like it.
That's also very true. I like that. I don't like this.
Telchin on YouTube asks, cheeky, which beers do you have in the fridge? Totally not asking for myself to expand my beer taste.
What beers do we have? Because I can't pronounce the names of any of the beers we have.
I know we have Köstritzer. I think we have Bitburger. And I know we also have Franziskaner Weissbier, which is...
Is that the one that's like 30 cents?
No, that is Turmbräu or something like that.
How do you remember this? This is madness.
I'm a closeted alcoholic. No, but seriously. German beer is amazing and cheap, and I love it here. I thought it was cheap in Portugal. It's even cheap here. You can get a half a liter of pretty decent beer for 35 cents.
Yeah. You can get a whole bottle of gin for like €9, which is obscene. I mean, that's dangerous.
Beautiful.
I don't know how they get away with that.
Can you guys show how the APS works for the Brainers? I can't get it to work. It should work automatically, really, but keep in mind, the APS systems on the AMX B2 Brainers, Brenu, and the T90, the Storer Dazzlers, they only work at against certain ATGMs and at certain distances. So we maybe can actually show off the T90 over here. This is the T90. It has the ATGM Dazzlers on those red eyes, the famous red eyes. And these do actually work in game for defeating ATGMs, but only certain kinds. Stuff like the TOW, I think the TOW 2, I believe the Hot missile as well. Laser-guided missiles like the Hellfires, for example, they will not get defeated by this system. That's something you have to keep in mind. Essentially, long story short, what this does is it simply confuses the targeting system of those ATGMs and veers them off course. And the French one has a similar system. The AMX B2, where is it actually? There it is. I'm not sure if it is...
It's the one below that, I think.
Oh, it's a Brainers, never mind. Brenu.
Is that how it's pronounced?
There it is. I don't know, honestly. Je ne parle pas français. But we have this little honeycomb-looking thing over here up at the top. This is the ATGM Dazzler for this particular tank over here. The thing is, they don't really work at shotgun range. You have to be kind of far off for the system to be able to take effect and steer the ATGM, of course.
Yeah.
If you're too close to whatever is fighting the ATGM, there's not going to be enough time for the ATGM to get confused. So that is something you have to keep in mind. And we are about done, but I think we can get one more game in.
Yeah. What should we play?
How about we ask the chat, actually?
Yeah. Chat.
We can ask the chat. So, lads, if you want to participate, we are going to be doing a poll in the Twitch chat where you can decide the last vehicle we shall play for today. How about that?
Yeah.
So, let's see. We can play the Italian boys again, maybe.
Perhaps.
We can try one of the Harriers. We could try the Yak-38, although it's going to be a terrible time.
Perhaps it will be.
Or we could try the top tier Leopards again. So I'm going to quickly host a poll. And in the meantime, Tom, maybe you can read some of the chat.
I will certainly try to. What do we got? Lay it on me. Don't really do that. I don't know what that means.
Careful with your word choice, Tom.
See,
you don't want to know all the fan fictions.
I said that like it was a phrase without really knowing what it meant. What is being laid on in that? I'm going to stop sort of pretending I know what that means.
There's going to be a lot of interesting Reddit posts.
No, there's not. As long as you know it's been a good day streaming if we're not on there. I mean, if we are, then it's been a disaster, presumably. So we'll just, hope that... What are you adding on here? What are these memes you're including in this poll?
They are beautiful memes. Don't you worry about the memes.
Wow.
Don't you worry about the memes. Check the chat.
Okay. Come on, chat. Give me something good. Or something mediocre. It doesn't need to be good. It can just be anything. How are you feeling? What's your favorite type of quiche? I don't know. Have you ever had a quiche? I haven't had a quiche.
I have actually, but I've never had a proper French quiche.
I don't actually know what
Portuguese
quiches
quiche.
What are quiches? Are they fruit?
No, they're like not quite a cake. It's something you make in an oven.
Okay.
It's like a weird mix between a cake and a pizza. I don't really know how to explain it, honestly.
Okay, I was thinking of quince.
You've seen like cheesecake, for example, right?
See, I haven't really, because I always thought... No, because when I was younger, I always thought cheese, lovely, but put it in cake, not for me. So I never wanted to react to it, because, you don't really want, sweet cheese, do you?
Actually, no, sweet cheese is quite nice.
Is it?
Cheesecake is really nice. I need to get you a checheesecake, a proper German cheesecake.
No, but is it actually cheese, or is it just...
It's like quark.
Quark? What is quark?
Fresh cheese, so to speak.
Okay, my brain just tells me don't go near it. It's wrong. Something is amiss here. Is when it goes to.
Okay, lads, hold on. Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay, no, it's fine.
The poll is up on the Twitch chat. If you click the drop-down box on the top, you should now be able to vote on the last vehicle we shall play today. You have just between the Euro Truck Simulator, which we didn't really get to play out last game. We have the T90. We have the pizza tank.
I heard the echo of that. That was insane.
I know, I shared it as well.
That was some intense echo in this room from that.
And we have the MiG-21 Biz as well. And it seems like, actually, the Euro Truck Simulator is winning. Holy crap. You guys really like the truck, don't you?
Yes, they do.
It appears we also have some internet issues right now, so if the stream cuts out, I am very sorry about that. But frankly, this is going to be the last one of today. Where's the controls for the hangar? Captain Rex, what exactly do you mean with controls for the hangar here?
What could this mean?
Actually, whilst we're here, whilst we're waiting for the poll to finish, this is the new hangar, the new War Thunder base hangar.
Yeah.
There may be some Easter eggs every now and then, which I have seen, especially if you happen to get 20 kills in arcade mode Ground Forces. You may or may not be able to call in certain things and have certain things appear in the hangar as well. It is quite hot to say the least. But you can also see some people walking around. Now, I have actually seen a custom hangar already someone made, where they bring the people next to the vehicles themselves, and it gives you a really amazing sense of scale.
That's cool. I like that.
That is one thing you really never notice. I never noticed how big tanks were until I saw some in real life.
Yeah, they are like quite immense. You wouldn't really expect it, just because of the perspective that you get from games is like always a bit high up, so you never really see the actual scale. But yeah, they are massive things.
Like this
Absolutely.
thing. How big would you say this T90 is? What if I told you that people pretty much the top of their heads reaches just above the hull level?
What have I told you?
The KV-1 as well.
Yeah.
The KV-1 is
Persian
massive.
as well.
The Pershing,
in Bovington, if you ever go into the like the right wing hall where the Pershing just stares at you, it's huge. You like would not expect how big it is.
It is absolutely amazing huge. And I can't even wait to go back home and check out this vehicle in the new hangar because holy crap, people are going to be tiny next to this thing.
Yeah.
The mouse, the P-47 is also a massive vehicle. But lads, it seems like the Twitch poll is over and the winner with 70% of the votes.
Wowzers, trousers.
Is the, let me try and say it again, even I can't say it now.
Perfect. That's what I want.
Flugabwehrraketensystem Roland auf Radkraftfahrzeug.
So what does that all mean in one go?
Anti-air rocket system Roland on wheels powered vehicle.
That seems excessive to me. Like there's too many things going on in that name.
See, that's the thing with German. Their names seem long and complicated, but it's just a conjunction of other small words used to describe the thing they're talking about.
Like a pie. Like a word pie.
Yes, sure. Let's go into a game and try this thing. Actually, hold on. Never mind. I was going to put a backup on this thing. So 1 life only. Speed run, any percent, 20 kills. Come on. Let's call in the tactical.
How quick can you get your vehicle destroyed? Let's go.
Yes, that's going to be the new speed run.
The speed run.
Liam Johansson asks, what is your favorite tank? Ooh, that's a good question, actually. Do you have an idea, Tom? Do you know, like, do out of your head, do you have one for you?
I don't know, really. I like weird stuff.
Same.
Like,
I mean...
oh god, how do you pronounce it? It's,
Is it German?
No, it's like Romanian, I think.
Oh.
It's like Marisol, like Mersol or something. It's like, imagine you got a Hetzer in like a waffle iron and just went shh for a few seconds. And that's what it looks like. It's just a Hetzer, but sort of more flat and more angular. It's brilliant.
We need that in the game.
We do. If anyone can figure out how it's spelled and like what I actually tried to say, if you look it up, you'll see what I mean. It's just flat. I love it. I like flat things.
Tom, I think I figured out your type when it comes to tanks. You like the Chilere, you like this thing. You're really into flat tanks, aren't you?
This perhaps has some alternate implications that I did not think about, but I think you're right.
Let's stick to the tanks. I'm also getting a barrel up. This is derailing quick. This is derailing fast.
This is the worst one.
Oh my god, look at the size of this lad.
It is quite
Look
immense.
at the absolute size of this unit. He thick, boy.
Yes, he thick. You heard it here very much first.
Sadly, I'm not seeing any kind of helicopters around, which is a bit of an issue because we can't really do much against tanks themselves.
Yeah, we have like a little bit of anti-tank potential, but it's basically non-existent with the nature of how weak this thing is, but...
You know what? I'm just going to try and pretend to be a house. Maybe then the enemy won't spot me.
I don't know if that's going to work, but
It'll work.
you're
Don't you worry.
welcome to try.
It is a 200 IQ play. What could possibly go wrong? And hey, you even get thermals and everything, see?
Yeah.
Just pretend you are the Coca-Cola Christmas truck. Yes.
Oh yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I haven't seen that for a while.
I think they actually have a new ad up.
Oh wow, that's exciting. What a merry piece of capitalism that is. Hell yeah.
Hold on. I need to get
Don't put the hats on. Don't put the hats on. Okay,
yes.
too late.
I'm cured now. No, I'm not seeing any tanks, sadly, so... I mean, I'm not really doing a great job at pretending to be a house if I'm just moving around.
Can you see over the houses? Because that could at least work.
Not really, but honestly, I'm not too far off. Like, I'm at roof level right now.
Okay.
I'm actually at roof... That's so tall.
It is quite tall.
You could literally use this behind a hill or small houses or probably a small mountain and fire over it.
I mean, you could certainly give it a go. I don't know how... Oh, or ping. There we go.
Oh, a ping?
A jet. Inbound.
Where's the ping?
Don't tell him.
Tactical radar deployed.
Let's go.
Some going for the shot.
Let's double trouble this mother.
Did you get him?
I don't believe so. The missile is too quick. Paradoxically.
I will fire, don't you worry. Come on.
Okay. It's on you, Chief.
I lost the truck. I lost the track. I'm behind the house.
At least this thing reloads very, very quickly, actually.
It does.
I can respect that.
My radar's spazzing out.
Okay.
Where did he go?
There was some... probably...
Where are you?
Yeah,
He's behind the hill right now. He's going for the K-50s, actually. Oh, this is bad.
Understood.
Can I get a truck in from behind?
Can he do it?
Come on.
Can he do it?
Oh, nope.
No, he can't.
Oh, no. It lost the lock and then start to reload. This is bad.
We are the best at this.
Yes, we are pro esports gamers, by the way.
That's why we're here.
You may not like it, but this is what peak Warframe performance looks like.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, I have a hole in my engine block, which is not good.
I have a hole in my head.
I have a hole in my life.
That was a good save. I like that.
Yes. Ah, I couldn't quite get the shot off. Tom, it's up on you.
I don't like this pressure. I'm, you know, my head is gone.
You can do it. You can do it. Chat, can we get a Tom?
No,
Tom.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I will bring the backup. Don't you worry.
Okay.
I will bring the cavalry. The cavalry.
What is your cavalry that you're bringing to this engagement?
I have the Leopard 2A6.
That's good cavalry.
For this thing.
I like that.
I know, right, Spider-Man? It's absolutely amazing. Hold on. Here.
Hold up.
This is Leopard 2A6. This is a pretty damn big main battle tank. I've seen one of these in real life. They are quite big.
Pretty hefty.
It gets dwarfed in comparison to this absolute mad lad over here. You're longer than me.
I am longer than you.
How? What? Honestly, the only thing that saves me right now is the cannon barrel, because other than that...
Yeah, it's massive.
It is massive. Yeah. It is literally a moving block. You could live inside of this thing.
Yeah.
Also get a smoke grenade launcher, I just saw that.
Yeah, it gets some at the back and the front. So I can sort of go all around, which is kind of cool. Protect myself if need be.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome. You're very, very welcome. I did that just for you.
I feel so special now.
As you should. As you should.
Alright, I will try and go towards the B cap. Do you see anything on your radar yet?
There's a helicopter about heading 190, 195. But he's cleverly dipping behind the tree line, so I'm not particularly sure exactly.
Well, I'm going to trust you. There is shot from the left side, by the way.
I am useless in this scenario.
Oh, where am I getting shot from, actually? Not sure where the shot is coming from. It's somewhere on that ridgeline over there, but I can't see it from here.
Yeah, sad times.
Abrams. That's the one thing I don't really like about this map. It's very easy to then not really get a chance to
yes,
bring back the match after a while.
Yeah, it's a strong position on that front side. That's pretty much it for me.
I'm surprised you're still alive, to be honest.
I mean, I've done nothing. I've just hidden in the defilade by the spawn and done absolutely nothing.
Why is that thing so big?
I don't know how to answer that. It just be. Some things are just big, Mike. I wasn't even...
Actually, I completely forgot to actually mention what my favorite tank was.
Yep.
I think honestly the Panzer IV. Again, big side skirts. It's nice. I'm actually going to try and see if I can find this M1 Abrams. But I don't really have the best of thermal visions right now.
Yeah, I don't really see much either, really.
I see a helicopter actually off in the distance.
Ooh.
Heading, can I see it heading? Heading 204.
Okay. Oh, I see it, yep. A good call.
Tom goes for the shot.
It's behind the tree. Don't think... No. A maneuver. A classic move.
Tactical evasion. I'm actually in a pretty decent spot over here. The problem is I can't really do much from here because we don't have any kind of... Oh, hello.
Hello.
Ah, I should have gone for him earlier. Okay, don't worry. I can get it.
Melancholy, almost.
Can I? And boop. That's a Leopard 2K down. Very nice.
Excellent. There was an alouette over there.
Oh, can you go for the shot?
Too much tree clutter in the way.
Hello. No, that's the guy I just killed. I see the helicopter again, actually, heading 211.
I see him too.
I can see a missile. He's going for the evasion.
There we go.
Oh, very nice. Very, very nice.
That was all me.
See, Tom did more in this match than I did in the entire match.
That was all Millhouse.
Yes.
That's a vintage meme at this point.
Still, at this point, I think the game is pretty much lost. There's not much else we can do.
There was some truck moments. Some peak truck moments.
We had one track moment.
We did.
We had one truck moment. Peak truck performance.
Yep. Peak truck.
Do I see more helicopter? Oh, holy crap, there's more.
Oh, loud.
Oh, no!
There we go. Oh, God, the cabin comes off, that mother.
Oh, no. And...
Can I spectate that? Yeah, look at the front. The front just comes off. Look at that. It's just gone. It's like a transformer. You know those toys you had when you were a kid? That's what that's like when the whole front comes off.
Yes, actually.
Yeah. I like that.
Which I believe that's... Sadly, with this unfortunate departure of our dear beloved meme truck, this is also going to be ending the stream.
Yep.
Just gonna go back to anger because I'm hearing way too much helicopter noises.
Those are some loud noises. I agree.
Some things may be big, but Mike's hairline is not.
Oh, come on now.
Hey, I have a massive forehead. It's shining. It's a beacon of light.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, you've got work after this in any case. It's working in a lighthouse, you'll be fine.
Rocky Harmony asks, I heard a lot of players both love and hate the Harrier. What do you all think? Is it considering getting it? It is very fun to fly. I've been playing the British ones and the American ones. And honestly, just the ability of being able to use VTOL at any speed is amazing.
Yeah.
You can pull tighter turns. You can do some amazing things. You can bleed speed very quickly. You can gain speed very quickly because they have very good acceleration. You have great ground attack opportunities because they are, I believe all of them have ballistic computers.
I think so, yeah.
At least all of the ones I've tried so far have ballistic computers. So they're very good for ground attack with the Aidens, with the AP shells, as well as the various ordnance loadouts of rockets and bombs you can get with the various different models. The anti rockets. They are very fun. They're very versatile, very fun. I would suggest giving them a test drive beforehand, so just you can get a hang of the controls. Especially since if you have never played helicopters before, you might have a hard time with the VTOL controls. If you have played helicopters before, then it's much easier to get into. But there is still a big difference between them. I would say VTOL isn't quite as easy to use as helicopters, but it's hugely rewarding once you get the
that's true.
skill level down, so to speak.
Yeah, they're quite easy to overwhelm, I guess, in that sense of sort of in 2v1s, the Harrier doesn't do too well. But if you have good sort of map knowledge of like the climbing paths and that kind of thing and know when to actually engage, especially with the British Harrier with the SRAMs, I mean, it has a lot of potential, but it's not quite as easy to use as other jets, say like the Premium Hunter is a little bit more forgiving in its flight performance. But yeah, it's definitely really versatile, and I mean, the best premiums are versatile, so it has its pros and cons, but it's a fun vehicle, it's unique, and it has its own sort of interesting way to play, which I really like. So, yeah.
All right, lads, I think this is going to be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this stream. Tune in next Friday.
Oh, yes.
Trust me, you do not want to be missing out the stream next Friday.
Correct.
You really do not want to be missing out. And especially since we are also going to be streaming on the Enlisted channel. So check out that one. I'm not sure which one we're going to stream in first. Probably Enlisted. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see later on. We're going to announce it on the social media. But yeah, check out the Enlisted stream next Friday. Check out the Warframe stream. 2 streams for the price of 1. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. You do not want to miss this out. Trust me.
We promise.
So lads, hopefully you've enjoyed it. My name is Marcus Boom.
I likewise am here as well.
Yes. And we shall see you in the next stream on Friday.
Bye.
Goodbye.